All right, so my name is Andrew Lazoya. I'm a principal solution consultant here at New Relic. We also have Adi Maradi. He is a senior solution consultant. And we have Sharday Johnson, who is one of our developer relation engineers. So thank you everybody earlier who basically raised their hand and said they've heard of New Relic and know about us or actually use us. So for those of you who don't know what New Relic does, New Relic is essentially an observability platform. New Relic is basically allows you to basically monitor, debug, and instrument your applications and identify root cause analysis and understand any issues within the actual platform or issues of your applications. Now, New Relic is also the only platform that actually allows for all of your telemetry data, metrics, events, logs, and traces to be observed in a single pane of glass view. With that being said, it's not just another data lake, right? This is data for engineers. And so with that being said, we enrich and dynamically correlate that data, allowing you to solve problems quicker. From that, that may seem like some form of kind of witchcraft in a sense, but I assure you it's not. New Relic has roughly 15 years of experience in this industry, being able to present to you the unknown unknowns and allowing you to confidently gain contextual insight into how to solve problems quicker, as well as produce, again, means of resolution to those different issues within the actual applications themselves. So with that being said, I think Adi's going to go through a couple of different key points on potentially like some of the new features that New Relic has been working on in the past to allow you guys to, again, get some of that contextual insight, and then we'll kind of cover some of the additional things that New Relic can actually do to help you guys pull in data into the platform and observe it all in a single pane of glass view, as well as some of the dynamic correlation and enrichment that New Relic platform can actually do for you.
Yeah, so exactly like Andrew said here, we're not just ingesting the data, we're doing a lot with it, and we're constantly trying to push that envelope even further. So I wanted to share just a couple of the new things too that we've introduced just recently. One of those is our concept for incident intelligence, which is essentially this ability to take all of your alerts, be able to correlate them so you can not just reduce the noise, but actually add more context to the series of alerts. So instead of just seeing a bunch of random alerts and trying to identify which ones belong together, you can actually go ahead and have those correlated and organized. Not just that, but you can even define some of those correlation rules. So you can actually do some of that own machine learning essentially yourself to go ahead and help make sure those correlations do exactly what you need to do. Additionally, we have our recent generative AI solution, Grok, that we're putting in here. This is currently in beta, it's currently in the works here, but what this is going to ideally be able to do is it's going to let you be able to speak like a human, just like you would with something like ChatGPT, speak like a human with New Relic in order to do something like, let's say I need to get a specific query to create a specific widget for a dashboard. I need to monitor something specific, or maybe I need something like a Terraform script, something like that. You can go ahead and ask inside of New Relic, it will give that to you. Additionally, we're also expanding the envelope along the lines of the security space. So one of the things that we've been focusing on is vulnerability management. One of the things we basically figured out is, you know what, we already leverage these agents today. We've already got these agents monitoring the application performance. What if we could help monitor the application security? And so we've got two different parts of that right now that are out. One of those is the SCA, which is the software composition analysis. Essentially, it lets us do this analysis of your different open source libraries and packages so that you can actually monitor that like CVSS security score, essentially. Be able to see that security score for each of your different open source packages. We also have coming up this IaaS platform that we're adding in, the interactive application security testing solution. What this is going to let you do is it's going to be able to perform exploits on any of your staging based applications so that you can go ahead and actually see a proof point of any exploit that's found. So you know any exploit that is identified, it's one that is justified. We have been able to prove it, and we do give you that evidence. And with that, I'll actually go ahead and pass the baton over back to Andrew to tell a little bit more about how we can bring some of that data into New Relic.
Yep, so as we mentioned earlier, New Relic, 15 years of experience, meaning we have a lot of pre-built integrations and curated experiences for this. So out of the box, New Relic supports up to 300 different types of integrations for pulling and pushing data into the platform. Now with that being said, New Relic also conforms to open metrics and open telemetry standards, meaning that we have OTLP endpoints that we've standardized. We were actually the first in the industry to actually conform to that spec entirely. That opens the door up to thousands of additional open source integrations. So whether you're pulling or pushing data, whether you're using Prometheus exporters, or whether you're doing a Prometheus data rewrite back to our platform, we'll take your data. And again, it's the platform that makes this all powerful, right? It's not just a data lake. It's the enrichment, it's the context, it's the correlation that Audie was just referring to here earlier that's gonna allow you to help solve your problems much quicker and provide that root cause analysis. And ultimately, again, providing you that confidence to release that code into production. So with that being said, for those of you who haven't come by our booth, we have a lot of stuff going on. We have a lot of giveaways. We want to give it all away so that we don't have to ship it back. So please come by our booth if you haven't already come by. And Sade is going to talk about what we're actually doing with this awesome game that we have.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much. Hello, again, I'm Sade C. Johnson. I am going to deliver the announcements. We have quite a bit, so please be sure to take out your pen, notebook, take notes, or just memorize if possible. So we have our Dangerous Dave game that we're calling Data-Driven Dave, and this shows you New Relic's video game monitoring capabilities. And it also shows you how New Relic can collect data and display it on a dashboard. So what do you need to do? Let's talk about it. Okay, so for those who have not already heard about it, you will need to do a number of things in order to win different prizes. So we have this one prize here. Could one of my colleagues you could just tap it. So upon impact, you could get these LED dice. They light up, and there are a hot seller or a hot item that everyone has been coming up. Even other sponsors, they've been coming up to us to win this. So what do you need to do to get it? So step one, sign up for a free New Relic account, which gives you 100 gigabytes for free per month for life. Step two, scan the on-screen QR code to get access to our GitHub repository that takes you to our game. That'll tell you the detailed instructions on how to instrument the game to our platform. And then it'll also tell you how you could go about instrumenting the game, how you clone the repository first and foremost, and then you change some configurations in our code base, and then that's pretty much the step. It's not as intimidating as it may sound. Step three, play the game, launch the dashboard, come to our table, which is right outside these doors, show us, and then you'll get the LED dice that we just showed you, as is also on the screen. If you want to take things a step further and win a $100 Amazon gift card, play the game, but proceed to step 4 and get the highest score. Now, if you've already done all of these things, or if you have an interest in learning more about our platform features, please come to room Sunny Slope 1 for 1 or 2 or 3 of our 3 workshops that we're offering. We have a Flex workshop, we have a vulnerability management workshop, and we also have a data-driven Dave clinic. So if you haven't played the game already, or if you need some dedicated time to actually immerse yourself in the platform features in the game, come to Sunny Slope 1. And also, the caveat for today, if you want to get a stamp for your passport, you have to come to that room in order to get that stamp. And if you want to take things a step further, once again, the bonus step would be to stay for one of those workshops, one of those 3. Again, that's Flex Workshop, Vulnerability Management, and the Data-Driven Dave Clinic. If you stay until the end, you have a chance to win 1 of 2 LED dice. So please come, and visit our friend Leon. He'll be right in there waiting for you. And the workshops will be based off of crowd demand, so please feel free to vocalize whatever you're interested in order to get what you want out of that workshop room. And that is pretty much all that we have. So thank you for listening if you're still engaged. And we'll be outside this table or in Sunny Slope Room 1.
Thank you.
Thank you.